Hello everyone, and welcome to Flowing with Angels. How wonderful to have you with me today for a brand new tarot and oracle card reading. With the energies of these past few weeks, the angels inspired me to do a reading about a big, happy glow-up that is dawning on the horizon for you, or that is already happening in your life as we speak. How can you make the most of this beautiful energy? And what are the pitfalls that you are advised to take notice of? As always, I would like to thank you for all of your love and support for this channel and your contributions to our little Flowing with Angels community that is starting to form. This is a timeless reading, so if you come across it a little later than when it is uploaded, you can trust that there will still be relevant angelic guidance for you here. Let's take a look at the first cards and runes. These cards are from the Green Witch Oracle deck, and they were gifted to me by my son for Mother's Day, so they are extra special. Let's see if the message will be extra special as well. The first card is called Earth, with the keywords peace and grounding. What is depicted on it looks like a crystal ball, and what we see in it is a beautiful sunrise, a new beginning for you that is grounded and stable with the roots underneath it. With the little butterfly on the left, you have gone through a transformation, and now you are going to reap the results and the rewards, the tangible harvest of this transformation. There is a lot of growth, and with the tiny bee present here, you have done the work and persevered. Above the crystal ball, we also see images of the different phases of the moon, and right above the full moon, a beautiful white dove arises. This past full moon in Scorpio was an important one that showed you how hidden fears and insecurities held you back, but at the same time it also awakened an innate desire within you to evolve and to rise from the ashes like the phoenix with renewed courage and strength. Hence this new beginning, symbolized by the sunrise. And it has been a long time coming, as the moon phases tell a story of various cycles that you went through to get to this point. I feel that your progress was mostly on a spiritual and energetical level, a shift in your consciousness and perspective that will now translate into your three-dimensional reality with the Earth card. There will be tangible manifestations coming in that will reflect your new energy vibration and your renewed outlook on life and on your circumstances. These manifestations, and with it your happy big glow-up, will take place in areas related to the element of earth, such as your career, your home and your living environment, your physical health or your physical appearance, the ways in which you make money, or in your artistic and creative outlets and endeavors. The white dove depicted on the card is a sign that this new beginning will bring you peace and good luck after a period of inner and perhaps also outer turmoil. Divine blessings are now bestowed upon you, and you may even feel proud of yourself that you did not succumb to negativity and undermining influences. You have pulled through, and now you are ready to open your arms to abundance and material as well as spiritual wealth with the Fehu rune combined with this earth card. The Fehu rune also represents fertility, the growth of something new with new creative energies, vitality and momentum forwards. The Fehu rune shows that you now know the meaning of true wealth, which is not just the accumulation of things and money, but it is also about the flow of energy and resources in a spirit of generosity, gratitude, fulfillment and contentment, which leads to inner peace and balance, like we saw with the appearance of the white dove on the card. So something is in the making, something is on its way and you can feel it coming. But then we bump into the second card called Hedge, with the keywords potential, boundaries and indecision. When we look at this card, we see a path that seems to come to a dead end in both directions, and we see a closed gate. This card suggests that you are in between worlds, in between stages, and the Portrayed rune suggests that there are unseen forces at play that are a bit of a mystery. But although you are in the dark about how it will all pan out, this rune advises you to trust in the process and to embrace the unknown. Just remain open to whatever unfolds for you. With the dead end, it might even be that you have to lose something to gain something better. For example, if you unexpectedly lose your job, this will initially lead to feelings of uncertainty and shock, but it might just be the opening to something better, a new opportunity, a new job that better fits your needs and your talents. The Hedge card talks about being in between stages, and it says that this is a place that you cannot dwell in forever, so you have to make a decision to go for something new, even though this might feel scary and you feel like things are out of control. With the keyword boundaries, it is important not to allow others to undermine your confidence at this stage of uncertainty when you are in the middle of this transition. It is also important that you stay flexible and open and that you don't put up your defenses too strongly out of fear of the unknown. So there is an element here in the reading that suggests that you are being taken out of your comfort zone for this big happy glow up at first, and that while the metaphorical wheel of fortune is turning for you, you might feel a bit uncomfortable and unsure. But the last card is a beautiful confirmation that you are kept safe and secure by Spirit. It is called Hearth, and it represents the warmth, light, presence and nourishment of the divine. This card encourages you to keep your spiritual connection with the universe strong at this time of change, and to keep your inner spiritual fire burning through meditation, prayer and quiet rituals, for example. Safety and comfort are spiritual values that you can cultivate in your heart, even though the world around you is in turmoil. The rune combined with this card is the Naudis rune. It is funny because this rune exists of two wooden sticks that cross each other, and they symbolize lighting the creative fire within you by rubbing these two sticks together. And this is the fire that is depicted on the card as well. Although you might feel loss and lack at this in-between stage, it is important that you keep the faith that the light will come, because it will. But sometimes the universe is setting you up for the best possible outcome, and that takes a little bit more time, because all the right components are not yet in place for you. So let's see what the advice is for you in this in-between space. The space between the old and the new. Keeping in mind that we asked the angels about a big happy glow up for you in some tangible area of your life. I was guided to pair 3 tea leaf cards with the energies of certain astrological planets. The first card is called Quill, and it is paired with the energy of Pluto. And Pluto rules Scorpio, the energy of the last full moon that we talked about earlier. As the planet of spiritual growth, endings and new beginnings, Pluto brings in an immense transformative energy for you that stirs up your inner and outer world. It also refers to what lies beneath the surface, like we saw with the Portrayed rune, what is currently hidden for you, but is nevertheless unfolding for your highest good. The words on the Quill card speak of going back to the basics, which is a message of grounding and simplifying your life. But the Quill also symbolizes your personal and genuine truth and the authenticity of your thoughts and emotions when they are connected to the source of your inner wisdom and intuition. Even though you are in the dark, you still have the ability of foresight, of seeing the signs and synchronicities all around you, and you still have the ability to trust what the voice of your intuition is telling you about these signs and synchronicities. This makes me think of the crystal ball that we saw on the very first card in this reading, in which we saw a new dawn, a new sunrise. Like I said, you can feel it, you can see it in your mind's eye, but you just have to wait a little bit longer for the universe to arrange the best possible outcome for you. And this might involve disruptive situations with the Pluto energy, because big shifts in energy are necessary to make progress. Next, we see the card of the broom with the words new home, new attitude, combined with the energy of Neptune. Just like Jupiter, Neptune has a very expansive energy, an energy of tolerance and generosity, an energy of compassion, kindness, and forgiveness. As the planet of sensitivity and spirituality, as well as the unseen realms of emotions and intuition, Neptune shows up in your reading to encourage you to check in with yourself and to make an honest evaluation of your vibrational frequency. Because you cannot manifest a happy glow-up from a place of lack and disappointment, like we saw with the Naudis rune. We need to learn how to create our own inner fire as well, to ignite that spark of creativity, excitement, and eagerness for the new. So with the card New Home, New Energy, you are asked to come out of your mind and sink into your heart, because this is the place where you commune with the divine and where you receive inspiration and guidance, so you can align energetically with the new beginning and the happy glow-up that is in store for you. I feel that because it is such a big and happy glow-up, the run-up to it is so intense with the Pluto energy. The last card in this row is that of the arrow, combined with the energy of Chiron, also known as the wounded healer. This suggests that in order to make progress, in order to create momentum and to sharpen your focus and intentions, you must leave behind those wounded parts of you. That is what this transformation is all about. Chiron helps you to become self-aware of your core wounds. And these core wounds are related to the times and places where you did not feel loved or felt like you were unlovable. When you start to heal these wounds, they also become the gateway to your greatest talents and gifts and opportunities for growth and progress in your life. You gain wisdom and you become a teacher and healer for others as well. I guess this is a major part of your big glow-up. No longer getting discouraged and beaten down by these past feelings and emotions, but using them as a catalyst for change. I love how on this last card the sun is high up in the sky. You are like the sun that has risen and is now bringing warmth and happiness into your life. It all starts with you and your energy vibration. This reading so far also resonates with Archangel Nathaniel's message featuring the peony flower that I uploaded a few days ago. If you have not seen it yet, it might bring you some additional insights, so I warmly recommend that you watch that video as well. To conclude this reading, we are going to look at a spread of tarot cards and see what story they are telling you about this big happy glow-up that we were asking about. The first card is the Nine of Wands, representing the wounded warrior. You have come a long way, as we saw earlier. You have done the work, and now you might feel a bit wary about the whole process. But the angels encourage you not to give up now, because even though the road seems to end and the gate seems to be locked, like we saw with the previous card of the hedge, something is brewing and something is in the making. With the Earth Mother, or Empress card underneath the Nine of Wands, we see that this woman is pregnant with new life. Something is about to be birthed in your life, a new beginning. It is important to maintain in this Empress energy, which is an energy of expected abundance, fertility and growth. This card encourages you to nurture yourself and the projects close to your heart, and to keep fueling them with creativity and a belief in a positive outcome. The ducks depicted on the card symbolize emotional balance and adaptability amidst these life changes that you are going through. And the card of the Lord of the Shadows, which is the Death card in a regular tarot suit, shows that you are still in this stage of transformation, but that you are nearing the metaphorical well that we see depicted on the card, which is the source of abundance and joy, of supply and provision, and of spiritual fulfillment and satisfaction. So try to embody the energy of the Queen of Wands that we see underneath the Lord of Shadows card. The Queen of Wands does not let herself be discouraged or derailed. She stays confident and she is always optimistic about the future. Like the card of the Hearth we saw earlier, the Queen of Wands is the Queen of fire and passion. She knows how to keep her creative fire burning, and she is the embodiment of self-respect. The last two cards of the High Priest and the Oak King, or the Hanged Man in a regular tarot suit, emphasize the importance of this transformation that requires your patience and your trust. Divine timing is at play here, so there are no delays, merely moments of pause and reflection that are necessary to get you in the right state of mind and at the right energy vibration that matches what you wish to attract into your life. Just like the Perthrow rune suggested, you are not always aware of all the hidden forces that are working for you and various components that are being gathered on your behalf. The little robin on the tree branch on the Hanged Man card signifies a new beginning and rejuvenation. It sings the song of staying hopeful and living joyfully in the present moment while you allow the universe to do its magic. On the card of the High Priest we also see a bird. I'm not sure of it, but my first thought was that this resembles the white dove that we saw before. The High Priest is brewing a potion of peace and harmony, which is what you can do as well. The High Priest also suggests that you seek wisdom and support by trusted teachers or others that walk a similar path as you, or that you gain insights through teachings that encourage you and enlighten you. Even here on YouTube there are plenty of resources that will strengthen your faith and that will keep you balanced and calm while you go through this transformation. So a big, happy glow up is what we asked the angels about, and what we get is a beautiful confirmation that it is coming, it is on its way, but you have to keep yourself in the light. Just like on the previous arrow cards, we also see a sun here on the card of the High Priest. Know that the sun is always shining upon you, meaning that the light of the universe is always around you. And with this beautiful image of a big, warm, bright sun shining upon you, I would like to end this reading. Thank you so much for being here with me. If you are interested in personal angelic guidance, please visit my website, flowingwithangels.com. I'm sending you lots of love and light and many blessings as always. Until next time, namaste.